Continuing through, so we do have factory navigation inside of this specific vehicle. As I mentioned, if yours doesn't have factory nav, that button wouldn't be there. You just have the 4 main buttons along the bottom there. But this one has navigation, so let's dive into it. We've got our search button along the very top, so if we want to, we can press that way. We can search for GPS coordinates if we wanted to, simply by typing them in. We could start just randomly typing in an address, and then the vehicle will, so it'll literally, there we go, as you can see, it starts to do an autocorrect for us in order to see what addresses are currently available there. We just select one. There we go. We can save it as a favorite, or we can start in order to be able to navigate.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Okay, so
Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
Thank you. We've got our voice guidance, which we can turn off. We can zoom out this way if we want to. We can literally just do a pinch to zoom instead. We can hit start in order to kind of go part way through. We can hit navigation in order to go back to that main route instead. We can change out the map view by simply pressing this way instead. So you've got a few different options available there. We can go to our menu and we can cancel the route out. We can go to our screen view, traffic list, and a number of other options. So let's say we wanted to view the route. So as you can see the active route that we're about to take. So we could view the route if we want to, so we can see the active route that we're about to take. We can do a detour, we can search, we can look at history, we can go to some nav settings, and we've got a few options. We'll get to these settings in just a sec. So we can cancel the route out there if we want to, or along the very top right, we can cancel out that way. So we hit cancel, route is now canceled, so it literally is that simple to be able to do it. If we jump into our menu now, so a ton of different options. So we've got a few different options for our screen view, so our full or our highway exit. We've got our traffic list, so if there's traffic available, we would know what's going on. And we've got our navigation settings. We've got map preferences. So 3D maps, we've got breadcrumbs, which on the map itself, breadcrumbs essentially means a little dot is going to be placed wherever we go. So whatever street, side roads, and things like that, we're going to get a little dot letting us know the routes that we've taken previously. Nav settings, a few other options, so our point of interest icons. Do you want those showing on the map? Yes or no? And you can have specific ones showing up. So food, travel, entertainment, things like that. Moving back to our route preferences. So we've got the fastest, the shortest, or the most eco-friendly route. We've got always use the fastest route, so we've got a few options there. If you want to use HOV lanes, we can do that. Have the vehicle automatically as it navigates through to find a parking space close by. We've got our eco penalty, dynamically guidance, so as the vehicle recognizes traffic, it's going to update that for us. And we can avoid freeways, toll roads, tunnels, and things like that. And we've got our navigation preferences. So our prompts, as we're coming to an upcoming prompt, do we want it to be a voice and tone, strictly a voice, or strictly a tone? So you've got a few different options that are available there. And moving back again into our where am I settings. So we've got that as an option there. Figure out exactly what's going on with the vehicle. So we can literally see our latitude, longitude. And one of the great things is that if you're off-roading, you're not sure where you're at, you can go in there and then you can provide that to emergency services as necessary. We can search out this way again. We've got a few different options for our keyboard. We've got our history. I'll show you that in a second. So a few different keyboard settings. We've got our history. So which addresses have we previously searched for, which there were 2 there. So we could delete that. We can connect through, save it as a favorite if we want to. I'm doing that specifically. I'll show you what happens in a second. Okay, perfect. So we've got that address set up. If we click through to that one, we can now edit it out and we can change the name. So one of the benefits of changing the name is that we can set it to whatever we want to. So we can press the voice command prompt on the steering wheel and we can say navigate home, navigate to our work address, navigate to whatever you've named there on top of that. So a lot of different options that are available, but that is a very useful setting as well. Moving back again into this main setting. So again, same idea. We've got a few other options there. We've got our history, as I showed you earlier, our favorites, point of interest icons. So do we want to show food, travel, financial, and a number of other options? Scrolling across, we've got our home and our work address, so we can also set up an address for our home or work. As I mentioned, one of the benefits of doing that, pressing the voice command prompt on the steering wheel will launch us into this setting, where we could change, navigate, etc. using our voice that way instead.